man. Arg.
Passing the time as we roam across the ocean. Feel the waves envelop your mind as they rock you with emotion. Calling like a lullaby, singing like a siren's cry. Through every night, can you prove to me all your devotion? Who knows where we'll go over the deep blue below? Oh, heave ho, raise up the sails, chasing the winds on a new adventure. Heave ho, heads or tails, take a chance on the tides, they act as our guide. Heave ho, like a crow in the nest, seeking the chest with the golden treasure. Heave ho, captain's call, you know that we'll answer, you know that we'll answer the call.
Hey, heave ho, get it on the low. You know that we got it like whoa. All hands on deck at the captain's direction, or you're going deep down below. Drop your sword, leave your days ashore when you make a vow of your own accord at the bow of the ship or down with the ammo. Join you fellas in the belly of the
Who
bellows.
knows where we'll go over the deep blue below? Oh, heave ho, raise up the sails, chasing the winds on a new adventure. Heave ho, heads or tails, take a chance on the tides, they act as our guide. Heave ho, like a crow in the nest, seeking the chest with the golden treasure. Heave ho, captain's call, you know that we'll answer, you know that we'll answer the call. Yo ho ho, as we sail into the sun. Yo ho ho, 'cause the sailing's just begun. Yo ho ho, as the captain sings her call. Yo ho ho, for the glory that awaits us all.
In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. All warfare is based on deception. It's always on the verge. This pent-up rage that's building up. You know you can fight the urge. We're burning higher, warming up. Let it all out. Keeping your vow. We want it now. Going out of control. But the voices in your head.
Welcome, 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 welcome! Alrighty! So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm very happy to be back, and I have a sort of semi-idea for what I'm going to be doing this stream. So, as you can probably tell from the title, I am still in a very builder-esque mood. The potion room renovation did not satiate it at all. Though I will admit I did a pretty damn good job. Very happy about how it came out. I just wish that I went on a nether trip to get more of the warped wood, so that's a slight regret on my part, but hey, there's another trip in the future for me. I can tell it's in the cards. But my base is not where I'm gonna be working today. Well, yeah. But shit, I don't want to work during the night. I just wasted a rocket for nothing. Fine, alright. Now you're one of us. There's no escaping us. There's no one you can trust. So leave it all for dust. You know you're one of us. No escaping us. There's no one you can trust. So leave it all for dust. The voices in your head gonna scream and shout, we want them dead. Gonna turn your vision red. The battle never ends. Alright, time to show the area that I want to develop. Alrighty. So I've been meaning to do something with this area, my nether portal area, for a while now. And so I thought, why not turn this area into like an abandoned village? It'd be a very fun idea. It'd be pretty freaking cool. So that is my plan. I'm going to be renovating the area. Just kind of make it kind of cool and kind of old and mysterious. It's just like old mysterious place that has been long abandoned. And that probably means I have to get rid of— ooh, dirt! I'll probably just end up stealing these resources, because I don't know who was in this area last, but yeah, I don't know who was in this area last, so I don't entirely know who to ask, but it's okay to take these, but I think I'll just repurpose these resources and add them to my own pile. But I will also use these chests because I have a feeling that I'm probably gonna need them. Yeah, that's an Enderman. He's gonna get annoying if I don't get rid of him. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now to prettify this area, because oh boy, does this area need a tiny bit of work. So first off, built this a little bit more up. Now that I think about it, I should probably get some stone. Really make this area look more natural and just have some more naturalistic terraforming. Probably what I should do. Oh, in it all. Ouch. I should probably leave the resources back there, actually. So I don't have to do multiple runs. What the? How did I do that? Weird. Okay. Now I'm iced with a smile for hours at a time. Stare at the ceiling, but I look back what's on my mind. And when they ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm just fine. And when they ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm just fine. And I never get off of my mattress. And all that they can ask is, oh, why are you so sad, kid? That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. So you can see I'm trying, you won't see me crying. I just keep on smiling, I'm good. And it just keeps on piling, it's so terrifying. But I'll keep on smiling, I'm good. I've been caring too much for so long, been burying myself for so long, been wearing a smile for so long, it's real, so long, it's real, so long, it's real. By a bunch of strange faces, scared to go outside, haven't seen the light in ages, but I've been places. Some okay-ish, some okay-ish. But the fact is, I need help, I'm failing all my classes. They think that I need glasses. I just really wish that I could pass this. That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. Okay. Yeah. Time to fill out this area. And it just keeps on oh wait, dirt. Dirt, 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 dirt. Ba, ba, ba. Should start with over here first. Been wearing a smile for so long, it's real. So long, it's real. So long, it's real. Do you still believe the hero of your story? I longed for peace, couldn't. Ouch. You played your part, and it's forever unfinished symphony. Ouch. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. First, let's just fill up this out a little bit more. I don't really like those gaps. Okay, ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, I should fill this out a little bit more. Yep, let me up. Let me up. Up, up, up. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Okay. Oh. You turned a masterpiece into a nightmare. I can put that away for now. And it hurts, and it's getting worse. You act like a judge, enforcing your personal grudge. Am I? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Release a cap of there, okay. Brought upon disaster. There we go. Okay, so I should probably actually explain what I'm gonna be doing. As I mentioned earlier, I'm thinking about turning this area into like a nice little abandoned village, or at least a village that hasn't been lived in for a while. that's my plan so far. And I brought resources along as well so that I don't have to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between my base and here, and it'd be quite frustrating. Also, this is a great opportunity to use some blocks up, and so they don't clutter my house. So, 2 birds, 1 stone. But first, I watch it sleep. Pardon me. So like maybe I'm trying to think, but what I'm thinking so far is having like a sort of, this may be a little obscure, but maybe like a Zaun sort of built, like, so in Zaun everything's just kind of built on top of each other and everything's built vertical. So maybe like that, like multiple houses on top of each other. But to do that, I think it would be probably best if I start from like ground level and then go up. The problem with that is that I have done no experimentation whatsoever, so I'm going into this completely blind. Like, I have no plan whatsoever with what I'm gonna be doing, which is a little disconcerting because I'm usually a very planned person. I like plans. I like knowing what I'm doing. So this will be a little weird. So let's see how well or how badly this will go for me. Oh, no, no, no. Should've ran when you had the chance. 'Cause I am not your puppet. No, you cannot make me dance. Should've let me be. Don't know what you're playing with. You don't understand what you set free. Hey. What am I fighting for? Whose side am I on? Lost everything in the crossfire. Witnessed the wreckage at dawn. Said enough and start believing. Tell you that's right, just keep your chin up in the crisis. What am I gonna be doing here? Glory in the dresses, still drilled in your head. Ain't no crying cause the sword is done. Ain't no crying cause the fighting just begun. No crying till the sun comes, till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up. Ain't no crying, no crying, no, ain't no crying. No crying, no, ain't no crying. No crying till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up. Make your decision. Every shoulder you've leaned on is the one you'll turn on. Burn it to ashes. Watch as it crashes. Nobody left to forgive or forget. Say it enough and you start believing. Tell you that's right, just keep it chin. Nope. So like seriously, I'm going in with no plan and I'm experimenting as I go and just kind of fucking around and finding out. Jesus, what did I talk about? Ah! Oh, the trip I went on. So I got back and oh boy, I had so much fun. It was just so awesome and so cool. I loved it. Sacrifice you for nothing. Bap, bap. Okay. Okay, come on. Nope. Sorry if my window's open because, oh boy, summer is really starting to hit. So this is just to regulate. I also have my fan going on. I just completely forgot. No, I'm not gonna turn it down. It's getting hot, and I'm not gonna apologize. Keep on running, keep on hoping, I'll find my own. Someday I will take it back, take it all back from the throne. Oh, how dumb does this look from the front? Find my own way on. Oh, I hope this doesn't look too bad. Okay. Just turned off my phone. Don't worry about that. Someone just texted me. Realize you're keeping me from breaking. Up. Maybe with the overhang. Why not? The reason why I didn't use my more common materials like my spruce or dark oak is because I want this village to look like it came from the local area. So oak, birch, sorry I forgot the word there for a second, but also having some more fancier, I think is the word, fancier blocks like terracotta, which I bought from my villagers. My villagers are so good. So good. I love them. Take a leap of faith and reach the sun and sky. Realize you're keeping me from breaking free from the stone. Landing, keep on running, keep on hoping, I'll find my own. Oh, hello. How about I help Matt magnificently with the... Okay. Okay. Hey, that was weird. Ba 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 ba. And could go and a massive. Nah, I probably should put that before. Why not repurpose some of the cowl I just did? With Wilbert on the table, it's a very big and I put up a man bag, my man bag, my man bag, my man bag. Okay. Ah. Our nations ought to build on these, a victory for all under democracy. Up, 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 up. We built a road and watch it sing, and from the rubble there emerged the Lemmenberg. Oh, my Lemmenberg, my Lemmenberg, my Lemmenberg, my Lemmenberg. With bloody hands and weakened knees, our people rose like the phoenix. Our empty fields and canals round the man tree. With sweat and tears we armed our ranks, we laid foundations in our land, and from every ellipse from here up to infinity. My Lemmenberg, my Lemmenberg, my Lemmenberg, my Lemmenberg. Do 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 do. My Lemmenberg. We sing Lemmenberg. We sing Lemmenberg to all Lemmenberg. Blox, that was very rude of you to run out like that. Oh, please not have one more. No, I don't. Whoopsie. Well, looks like I have to go farm birchwood. I didn't expect to run out of birchwood that quickly, though I was turning a good chunk of it into its derivatives. Time to clear cut some forests. Woo! Six and Battalion is welcome to the Syndicate. Boop. Have a tendency to cause havoc, screams like else and symphony. I've been told to see what's underneath. Taking apart, taking the heart, burning the wicked in the heat. Hush now, there's no need to be afraid. Let you in, see the secrets we will gracefully display. Hush now, possibilities infinite. Six and Battalion is welcome to the Syndicate. Oh. Watch we step, every stone come out your grave. We dance to the anthems of the nations we saved. Watch we look at some unfriendly eyes, always on the rise and blooding your demise. Hush now, you will lost but not yet found. For the people, for justice, or anarchy bound. Hush now, won't you graciously commit? Six and Battalion is welcome to the Syndicate. You're in good hands. Hush now. here to take a stand. Hush, now. Say another word. Hush, now. Your voice will be heard. That's good. That's good. That's good. I like that. That's a good amount of birchwood. Yes. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've made many enemies. I sell my scores. But I did grow weary and I settled down and proudly bore the weight of my crown. I lived on my lonesome away in the far, where there was no violence to trouble my heart. I hung up my sword and I raised up my hoe, and I lied as I said that I never would go. But came a cry from a man that I known, someone to mere compassion I shown, and so I opened up my door to the man who promised me blood and war. Oh, to the people of water, I hope your wrongs continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. And war need be and thee, my friends, and far to a distant land, where he had been exiled by one single man. His haunts they were wicked, his power was great, and you looked in his eyes and were swallowed by hate. He took me to shelter his humble abode, a pitiful cavern his comrades called home. He handed me bedding and bid me adieu, and I sat and I pondered on what I should do. For I crave violence, I crave to be free from the people who wish to control me. Yes, I believe in anarchy's reign, and I know that dictators only bring pain. Oh, to the people of water, I hope your homes continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. And won't be and leave, my friends. Battle I hoarded and schemed, but I did not know all was not what it seemed. My allies unstable, their loyalty thin. Yes, we would have victory, but what would we win? The battle was chaos, blood roared in my wrong duel. They looked up with fear. They set up a leader and shouted hoorays, and I shuddered and realized that I'd been betrayed. Is this what you want? Corruption and power? Well, I won't stand for it. This is my hour. There I released my beast upon thee, and I laughed in pain as I watched them all flee. Okay, I like that. That's a good start. Oh, forgot my crafting bench. Whoops. Actually, no, I did grab it. Whoops. Until silence was all I could hear. Okay, one building down, several more to go. Nope. And I promised that I'd not let blood taint my own. They bound up my wings and they yearned for your head. They promised me justice, but they'll see you dead. They came to me with an armed battalion, held an axe to my innocent stallion, and said, now it is your turn to bow. See how the king has fallen now. They raised an anvil and laid me below. They thought to crush me painful and slow, but I did live and I did flee, and I put my pick through the butcher's teeth. To the people of water, I hope your homes continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. And Woe to those that call me a friend. Ouch. Did I shuffle this playlist? I'm starting to suspect I didn't. And proudly bore the weight of my crown. I lived on my lonesome away in the far, where there was no violence to trouble my heart. Hung up my sword and I'd raised up my own, and I lied as I said that I never would go. But came a cry from a man that I known, someone to merit compassion I shown, and so promised me blood and war. Oh, woe to thee, people of water. I hope your homes continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. And leave me be, and leave my friends. I prepared for battle, for didn't scheme, but I didn't. Oh! I gotta love myself. His power was great, and he looked in his eyes and were swallowed by hate. He took me to shelter his humble abode, in a pitiful cavern his comrades called home. He handed me bedding and bid me adieu, and I sat and I pondered on what I should do. For I crave violence, I crave to be free from the people who wish to control me. As I believe in anarchy's reign, I know that dictators only bring pain. Oh, woe to thee, people of order. I hope your homes continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. And leave me be, and leave my friends. But I did not know all was not what it seemed. My allies unstable, their loyalty thin. Yes, we would have victory, but what would we win? The battle was chaos, blood roared in my ears. Chain of explosions, they looked up with fear. He set up a leader and shouted hoorays, and I shuddered, didn't realize that I'd been betrayed. Is this what you want? Corruption and power? Well, I won't stand for it. This is my hour. Take on these beasts. I'm now friend to none. If you think you're a hero, then die like one. Oh, woe to thee, people of order. I hope your homes continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. And woe to those who call me a friend. Silence was all I could hear. Voices on screaming now hummed in my ears. Cold it was lonely, but I was alone. I promised that I'd not let blood taint my home. Then came a message from my only friend. A warrior, hide or else this is the end. They bound up my wings and they hunt for your head. They promised me justice, but they'll see you dead. They came to me with and said, now it is your turn to bow. See how the king has fallen now. Wow, I need to get, I think I should probably get like 2 stacks of birch wood. That'll probably at least tide me over for a while, at least. At least for this building. Oh, to thee, people of order, I hope your homes continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. And woe to those who call me a friend. Battle all tattered and worn, stumbled upon a poor child forlorn. He told me his story, he told me his woes. I thought of a plan for mutual foes. I stealthily went to familiar lands. I gathered my weapons and laid out my plans. When the poet Shia spoke of friends he had known, he abandoned our mission and left me alone. I gathered my hounds and made them devour the allies I once knew. Sweet friendships now soured, and let explosions rain from on high. And I gladly bid my final goodbye. Oh, to the people of water, I hope your homes continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. And woe to those who call me a friend. Oh, woe to the people of water, I hope your homes continue to smolder, and that you'll never rise again. Now leave me be, for this is the end. God, I love that song so much. It is just like the most epic thing ever. So beautiful. Do, 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 do. Are you sure you wanna do this? So quick to disregard your better judgment, darling. Don't you know I'm a wild card? I told you once, I told you twice, don't mess with me. Take my advice. You'll play with matches, you'll get burned. Thought by now would have learned. I burnt it to ash, and I'll do it all again. Awaken the sleeping beast. What were you expecting? You know me. Should have left it all alone. Now you'll pay the price, trying to rewrite what was in stone. Trying to rewrite what was in stone. Should even for a minute think before you took the leap. Why would you go poke the bear when you could have let it sleep? Told you once, I told you twice, don't mess with me, take my advice. You'll play with matches, you'll get burned. Thought by now you would have learned. I burnt it to ash, and I'll do it all again. Awaken the sleeping beast. What were you expecting? You know me. Should have left it all alone. Now you'll pay the price, trying to rewrite what was in stone. Trying to rewrite what was in stone. I should probably cut a couple oak trees down as well. 6 feet under. Should have run when you had the chance. 'Cause I am not your puppet. No, you cannot make me dance. I told you I was dangerous. You should have let me be. You don't know what you're playing with. You don't understand what you set free. I got a drink. Alright, listen to this. Yeah. Like my humor is baked potatoes to people who come to my face. Baby. Bring the heat, we don't miss a beat. Could also eat them. What I'm doing. Da, 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 da. Yep, there we go. Me through! Me through! I butchered that, but I don't care. It got the point across. And, boop. Bap, 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 bap. Bap, 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 bap. Nah. Bap, bap. It, 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 it. It, it, it. It, 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 it. It, it, it. Ouch. I lived in a pond that I called my home. Made friends with the weeds so I wouldn't feel alone. But plans are good at conversation. I need to find a new location, so I ventured out into the unknown. Wishing on a star, but no more waiting for a sign. Trust in myself, and who knows what I'll find. Moving on to a bigger pond. Hopping on to somewhere I belong. This is a big old world and there's a place for me. A place where I can find my family. Place to sing along to this froggy song. I wanna be a part of an ecosystem. See the fireflies so I can light up with them. Swim along and along with the fish and buzz around and around with the trees. Jump up on a leaf out and meet a frog just like me. Wishing on a star, but no more waiting for a sign. Trust in myself, and who knows what I'll find. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hopping on somewhere I belong. This is a big old world and there's a place. Ah! This froggy song. World is spinning you round and round, and you feel it rocking you to the ground. Gotta hop back up and don't wear a frown. Won't get you down. When the world is spinning you round and round, and you feel it rocking you to the ground. Gotta hop back up and don't wear a frown. Don't let it get you down. Wishing on a star, but no more waiting for a sign. Trust in myself, and who knows what I'll find. Moving on to a bigger pond. Hopping on somewhere I belong. There's a big old world and there's a place for me. A place where I can find my family. Just to sing along to this froggy song. Ooh, somewhere I belong. sing on this froggy song. Bop, bop. Bop, 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 Do, 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 do. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Now time to do the next one. I keep forgetting where I put my crafting bench. Da, 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 da. Keeping your vows. We wanna know. Going out of control. For the voices in your head. Gonna scream and shout, we want them dead. Gonna turn your vision red. The battle never ends. For the voices in your mind. Our justice must be blind. Let chaos be divine. The blade will never die. Okay, I gotta go get more brick. Up, up, ba, 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 ba. Gonna turn your vision red. The battle never ends. For the voices in your mind are ouch. Let chaos be divine. The blade will never die. There's no escaping us. Leave it all for dust. You know you're one of us. No escaping us. There's no one you can trust. So leave it all for dust. For the voices in your head. Gonna scream and shout, we want them dead. Gonna turn your vision red. The battle never ends. For the voices in your mind. This must be blind, let chaos be divine. The blade will never die. Up, up, up. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, eternal deja vu. With the audio visual, something additional. I hear and see your point of view. Keep me up till 4 AM and I'll stay up for you. Rest my head on my pillowcase again. Talk me through one more night. Pull my sheets over my head and plug me in. I'm telling myself it's just 5 moments and feeling my eyes get heavy again, but we won't sleep. No, we won't sleep. Keep me up till 4 AM and I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, eternal deja vu. With the audio visual is something additional. I hear and see your point of view. Get me up till 4 AM and I'll stay up for you. Up, 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 up. I think that's fine. That's good enough for me. Oh, ah! Oh, Foxy left. Okay. Every second with you is another minute, another night you get me through. I'll stay with you until the dawn. Go live. I'm telling myself it's just 5 more minutes and feel my eyes get heavy again, but we won't sleep. No, we won't sleep. Oh, I can sleep. Cause with the audio visual, something additional, I hear and see your point of view. Hit me out till 4 a.m. and I'll stay up for you. So pretty outside. Sunsets are beautiful. Turn into days. So say you'll stay away. I butchered that. Did I surrender all my sleep to you? No, see up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, eternal deja vu. But to the audio visual, something additional, I hear and see your point of view. Keep me up till 4 a.m. and I'll stay up for you. I had a dream, till I need a sacred sacred. Taking sticks of mistakes make you strong. Take it down for a minute, I'm gonna count, I'm gonna get it. Yep. If I succeed, see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, 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 best of me now. Best of me now, best of me now, best of me now. Best of me now, best of me now, best of me now. They want it now, they want it now, they want it now, they want it now, they want it now. Pick up the world, they got it now, they got it now. See if I succeed, see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me now. Best of me now, best of me now, best of me now. Best of me now, best of me now, best of me now. Best of me now, best of me now, best of me now. They want it now, 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 they want the girl, they got it now, they want it now. They got it now, they got it now. Do, 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 do.
People change like the tides in the ocean. At least
I think I did wrong. Go out on the break, got your light on notice. I said and wait until the next song. 20 hours by an old van up the east coast to the coal line. 20 hours by the ocean up the east coast. What a road trip. Now that interstate is paved with memories of a past life I lived when I was 18. And every winter I think back to what we used to be. In that past life we lived at 18. Oh, oh, oh.
I reminisce about a past life. Things change, I get it, cause nothing lasts right. Yeah, and I was thinking about it last night. Scrolling through our memories, last times. Ay, for a minute, we was cool. Then we flew just a little too close to the sun. Now we finished. 20 hours, sitting on 40.
Across the Midwest, pushing one for 20 hours. I was hopeless up the Midwest. What a road trip. Now that interstate is paved with memories of a past life I lived when I was 18. And every winter I think back to what we used to be. In that past life we lived at 18. Ooh. It began. No, I did not. Okay. Gaining respect, giving up a past life. Illusion crafted by. Nope. It protected me from the wrong that I admit. Now I lay across the dust-ridden floor, knowing now that regret shouldn't be ignored. Left to waste, now I see how you must have felt when the world began to change. And I followed floods of memories, drowning me in the abyss. Feeling face, empty space, hanging barely from a cliff. It's thousands of feet tall, and I fall. Now I fall into oblivion. Standing back at the beginning of our prime, we built ourselves in our kingdoms in the summer sun, brick at a time. Now those walls are nothing but rubble and dust. Once was sun silver lining, now rust into rust. In those days when we fight our demons together, if we started over, oh I wonder would I be descending through the darkness, through the fire and the rain and the mist, with the air fail to catch me as I fail to catch you. Do we ever Fallen into oblivion. Into oblivion. What am I gonna be doing here?
I heard there was a special place where men could go and emancipate the brutality and tyranny of their rulers.
This place is really unique. In fact, with Wilbur, Tommy, Tubbo, Bucket, it's a very big and not on Manberg. 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 Freedom and for liberty, our nation sought to build on these, a victory for all under democracy. Where darkness came and then it went, we built a home, then watched it sing, and from the rubble there emerged the Manberg. Oh, my Manberg, my Manberg, my Manberg, my Manberg. With bloody hands and weakened knees, people rose like the phoenix. Our empty fields and canals round the man tree. With sweat and tears we armed our ranks, we laid foundations in our land, and from every lips from here up to infinity. My Manberg, my Manberg, my Manberg. No. My Manberg, my Manberg, my Manberg, my Manberg. Sing a Manberg to all a Manberg. My stone gloves on secret nobility, my friends lack instability. Chaos is a good, there's grace in the irony. Hush now, don't you say another word. Tread lightly, speak softly, join our court. Hush now, come join our band of misfits. 6 and battalion is welcome to the syndicate. My friends like the tendency to cause havoc, screams like a hell sent symphony. I've been told to see what's underneath. Let you in, see the secrets we will gracefully display. Hush now, possibilities infinite. 6 and battalion and is welcome to the syndicate. Oh, I threw my torches in the chest. Whoops. Oopsie daisy. We dance to the anthems of the nations he saved. Watch the way you look, there's some unfriendly eyes, always on the rise, inviting your demise. Hush now, you lost, but now you're found. For the people, for justice, for anarchy bound. Hush now, won't you graciously commit? 6 and battalion is welcome to the syndicate. Okay, I'm heading back to my base with a plan. Get more brick, get more terracotta, and then come back. That's my plan. And hush now. Say another word. Hush now. Voice will be heard. Look at what you've done. Is this real cavalry? Do you still believe you're the hero of your story? Alright, Sarah, I'm about to give you a shitload of money. Bap, 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 bap. Now you've played your part in this forever unfinished symphony. Bap, 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 bap. Up, up, come on. Do you have a... No, you don't. No, you don't. Ba, 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 ba. Come on, Stunson. Thank you, Stunson. Why did you leave me here with nothing? Is this your happy ending? Look around and see. This is a story repeating. Alright, time to head back to the thingy. Build, yeah, the build area. Yes. Build area. It was by your hand. You've turned a masterpiece into a nightmare. Oh, it hurts and it hurts. nights and it's getting worse. You act like a judge, enforcing your personal grudge. Am I to pay for this war you've raised? Yes, it breaks my heart when you tear it apart. So why did you lie? Why did your words amount to nothing? Why did it fall? Why did you leave me here with nothing? Ba, 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 ba.
Brought upon disaster.
Do you still believe the justice you sought after? Lemon, lime, soda skies, lucky like a four-leaf clover. Strawberry, slice of life, sipping with a sip of nectar. Sweet like honey on a summer night, I'll stick with you through the wind and the rain. Sweet like honey on a summer night, like a busy bee taking flight. Sweet like the summer rain, sweet like honey, sweet like the summer rain. Sweet like honey, sweet like the summer rain. Sweet like honey, sweet like the summer rain. Flying high, take the dive, blue is across the ocean. Honey straight from the hive, looking up to go with the motion. Sweet like honey on a summer night, stick with you through the wind and the rain. Sweet like honey on a summer night, like a busy bee taking flight. Sweet like honey, sweet like the summer rain. Sweet like honey, sweet like the summer rain. Sweet like honey, sweet like honey, sweet like the summer rain. Sweet like honey, sweet like honey, sweet like the summer rain. Summer with me, flowers and fields, little yellow bees. Watch as the time passes in the haze. Sweet honey nights, golden honey days. Sweet like honey, sweet like honey, sweet like honey, sweet like the summer rain. Ba 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 ba. No.
Hey, I'll tell you a little secret of mine.
If you promise not to tell, if you have the time, everyone has gotten you, always on the run. If you join the syndicate, get all of the horses and all of the men would learn from history.
It's all the same in the end.
Ugh, hey, I'm gonna have to put some guardrails. That is exactly what I should do.
Couple new friends.
Where'd my six go? There they are. There we go. Da-da-da-da-da.
Fight for freedom, fight to end the pain.
Hey, this is serious. It's not just some little game. Cause the anarchy's out of me, tyranny bothers me, and it'll properly once and for all cause the villains. Cause the hero will take the fall. And all the horses and all of the men won't learn from mystery.
It's all the same in the end.
Whoop-ah.
Told you
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
the syndicate is looking for a couple new
Gender.
friends. Oh, a couple new friends.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh, 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 no, no. Gain a couple new friends. Cool. Okay, doors. What do I want to do for doors? Judgment Day is coming once and for all. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Ugh. Oh, that's not. That's better. Okay, 3 houses built. Pretty good. You know what? This seems like a good place to stop. It is getting very hot, and probably have to both turn up my fan and open my window up a bit more. And yeah, I'm just hot. There's no excuse. I'm just hot. I hope that you will have a good night. Sleep tight, and of course, don't let the bad demons try to get a hell, folks. And let's hope that this summer is not as bad as last summer, because oh boy, was summer hellish last summer. Oh, hey.
Washing his hair